Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Wonderlands. I am so incredibly excited to show this game off to you today because this is my first ever playthrough of it. I have not touched this game yet. I haven't even jumped in. The most I've done is do some graphic settings, but man, this is going to be amazing. Before we start, before we do anything, I want to give a huge shout out to 2K and Gearbox for letting us test out Wonderlands and letting us play it ahead of time so that we can give you guys our thoughts on it. And of course, you know what we do around here, we keep it real. I'm not going to feed you any BS, so yeah, that's always good news. And just before we get into the game, I do want to say that yes, this is an early build of Wonderlands. So if you do see any bugs or you do see me bring up any major complaints that I might have with the game, because again, I'm going to be completely honest as I play through this, just remember that this is not the final build and it is very far from the finished product when that releases. And just one last thing, do remember that if you're on PC and you do want to get some exclusive in-game cosmetics in the form of the Knights of Bart Stallion pack, you can pre-order through my link in the description, and getting the Chaotic Great Edition will get you those rewards. Now, with that being said, I do just quickly want to go into the options menu to show you guys something very cool which I found in the game, which is already really unique compared to Borderlands 3. Now, while I'm not entirely sure if I'm allowed to show this off, please don't sue me 2K, I did notice that over on the gameplay tab, there is a difficulty slider much like there is in Borderlands 3. But this isn't just easy and normal, this is actually relaxed, balanced, and then intense. So we have 3 different difficulties, and there is actually an explanation here, so I'm just going to quickly read through these. So first of all, relax says that you're here to chill with the little imaginary people that live on your screen and save the whole world while you're at it. So that's just like a typical easy mode. And it says players deal more damage, enemies deal less damage, and using the correct elemental damage for an enemy matters less. Balanced, I'm pretty sure is just going to be your standard Borderlands difficulty. It basically says that you're here for a thrilling battle between good and evil, the intended Tiny Tina's Wonderlands experience. And then we have Intense, which is you're here to destroy all evil, no matter what foul screaming hordes the Bunker Master sends your way. Now, for the purpose of today's gameplay, because this is my first reactions to it, I'm going to be playing on the easiest difficulty anyway. And I know what you're saying, Epic, I don't want to see no Weenie Hut Jr. stuff, but believe me, I am going to have full uncut gameplay with no commentary of the hardest difficulty after this video goes out. So we have 2 classes, and we can pick the Graveborn or the Stabbermancer. Now, of course, there's going to be 6 at launch, but for now, I'm going to play the Stabbermancer. And, wow, Mount Cross. Oh, wow, look at the dice on the loading screen. Now, one thing I should bring up when I tell you guys how I think the UI looks really odd is that the UI is also work in progress, as this is an early build, so this could change. But as of right now, my first impressions is that this UI is really odd, really bizarre. And not like that's a bad thing. I just wasn't expecting it. It definitely seems like your typical demo build, but I wasn't expecting the whole hard D&D look of it. Like, it's actually really cool, if I'm being honest. I kind of like this a lot. So right now, it doesn't look like we have any kind of opening dialogue or anything like that. We also cannot use the fast travel to the overworld. That's something which I was actually told is going to be unavailable in the demo. So unfortunately, I can't show you guys the overworld. What I can, however, show you is the, I guess we could call it scenery, the horizon there. And I have to say, I really like how they've dialed back on the black outlining on a lot of the objects. It's very pungent in BL3 and something I'm not a fan of, but it looks like they've just kind of dialed back on it and just taken it easy, really. And I really like that. Now, I have a quest on my screen. It's Goblins Tired of Forced Oppression. We have to find the GTFO camp. And then I also have Thy Bard with a Vengeance. We have to read a scroll. So we have 2 quests there. I'm going to assume that this first one is the main mission here. And you know what I want to do quickly before we go to the... Oh, wow. Look at that. Now entering Craw's Craw. Wowee. Okay. There's so much stuff I want to do here. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do before anything is open up my inventory. Oh, wow. Okay, this is different. Okay. Whoa. Right off the bat, this is completely different. Inventory. This is a place to check out your loot, compare items, and equip gear. If you like numbers, this is the menu for you. The equipped items, of course, we know is going to be on our left. We've got the backpack on the right. I'm sure we know about that already, so I'm going to skip past this. Okay, ammo. We know about that. And yeah, here we go. So wow, this is like the item cards look way better than Borderlands 3's. I'm just gonna be completely real. Gearbox, the BL3 item cards weren't it, Chief, I gotta tell you, but these look really, really nice. Like, really clean. I love the UI design. They've really outdone themselves here. Now, what's interesting is our gear panel down here. This is totally different. We know that in Wonderlands there's stuff like rings. We know that there's stuff like the wards. So it looks like the first piece of gear we have here is a... Oh my god, wow, that was loud. This is like a ring, I'm guessing. And it's made by... I have no idea, but it gives us 1.3% melee critical hit chance. That's really interesting. So melee we know can crit in Wonderlands, but what's odd is that that's a critical hit chance. I've done literally no research before this into how the melee crit works, so that should be really interesting to figure out. Now into our shield, I'm pretty sure this is a shield. It definitely looks like it. It's called the Guard of Growth, so this is just a typical green shield, but wow, look at that thing. That does not look like a normal shield at all. And this gives us plus 25% maximum ward, which again I'm pretty sure is just our shield. Now down here we have our armor plates. So armor plates, I'm pretty damn sure are like class mods in Wonderlands. These are basically an armor set for your character that give you a bunch of different buffs and whatnot. We can see here that this one says damage dealt is increased by 20% against skeletons and zombies. Really, really neat stuff there. And it's called the Stabbermancer's armor that sucks off the sprinting vandal, which is, I mean, that's a name for sure. And now finally, in our gear tab here, we have the Calamity of Recovery, which is a spell. So we have a spell slot there. And then I can also see that above this, we also have what looks like a relic slot. I'm going to assume that's our rune, I believe they're called. And then we have another ring slot on the bottom left, which we just have not unlocked yet. Now, paying attention to the bottom right of the screen, we can see that we got the golden key symbol, but also a new symbol, which I don't recognize yet. That should be interesting to find out about. We have our melee weapon slot on the left, which doesn't actually fit into the first 4 gear slots. It's kind of its own little section here, and it's the flat blade of the assassin. And it has something called Archmage, which says melee attacks restore 3.1% of your spell cooldown, which is really interesting. And I can actually replace it with Great Axe of the Butcher, which has a skill called Vampire. Melee attacks restore 6.1% of your maximum health and ward. And it's cryo too. Now, I gotta say, what's really, really interesting about these new item cards as well, I gotta say, again, I love the design. You've really outdone yourselves here, is that the percentage chance for proccing this and also the damage isn't below the manufacturer's name anymore. It's actually got its own little place on the item card, which is pretty interesting. It also says on the item card it has attack speed. That's really interesting, and I'm pretty sure, yeah, the sword also has attack speed, so that looks like it's kind of its own stat that all of these melee weapons can roll. And now into the skills page, we've got the Stabbermancer's tree, and whoa, these new skill trees look really, really interesting. I was not expecting this layout here. We've got what looks to be kind of like a 1.5 skill tree kind of deal. I might have to compare this to a Borderlands 3 skill tree. It looks like we've got the same amount, if not just a little more than the typical skill tree layout, or maybe we'll be able to put more points into the whole of them. But I was not expecting the skill tree to look like this at all. And then at the top here, we have our 2 action skills. I gotta say, first impressions here, I do not like the way these kind of just blend into the rest of the skills. It would be good to give them some kind of way to stand out. In Borderlands 3, you can definitely tell where your action skills are, but these are kind of just blended in with the rest of the sprites here, which doesn't look that clean in my opinion. But what's interesting is that I have 8 skill points to spend and 8 hero points. Now, first and foremost, I want to select my action skill. So I've got Ghost Blade on right now, which makes it so that the Fate Maker throws out a Ghost Blade which spins in place, dealing melee damage. We saw this in the trailer. And then we also have From the Shadows, which allows me to do stealth. I'm going to go with that for now. And while I'm not going to go too in-depth on the skill tree, because that's going to be its own video, I do want to check out the hero stats page, because this is where you're able to level up your character's individual skills, which is really, really unique. So strength increases your crit damage Dexterity is your crit chance. Intelligence is your spell cooldown. Wisdom is your status effect damage. Your constitution is your max HP and ward. And attunement is skill cooldown. Now, I honestly think, and it actually looks like I've already got a points in there, which is pretty neat. But I really think what I want to do with this is put some points into crit damage and also skill cooldown, since we're doing a lot of that stealth. I'll put 4 into each for now, and that gets us to 9% skill cooldown, and then we also have 5% crit damage, which is really nice. And then you confirm the points at the bottom, and there we go. Now for my 8 skill points that I have, I'm gonna take some points into... let's go 5 points into Arsenal. Although it is gun damage, and if that works the same way it does in Borderlands 3, it's not going to be the best damage, but I do want to know how that melee damage is going to work for us. And I actually just noticed that due to the armor set that we're wearing, we do get some points into a few skills. Now, I have to say this again, because as I'm going through, I'm going to be completely honest with all of my opinions. This UI is going to need a little bit of work. While I do like the new item cards a lot, when it comes to stuff like skills, they really don't stand out a lot. And the icons for these skills definitely don't really tell me what they are. Now, what is interesting is that the Stabber Master has a skill called Swift Death, which is basically, by the looks of it, Violent Momentum from Borderlands 3. So, if we know how that works, I'm going to go 3 points into it. But this is really, really cool. I also have a skill called Exploit Their Weakness, making it so that when I put a status effect on an enemy, they take increased damage from all sources. And Follow Up, which makes it so that when I deal gun damage to an enemy, my next melee attack deals more damage. Now, before we get into some gameplay, because I know that we've been in this menu for a while, and I can already hear the YouTube comment section going absolutely insane right now, there is one more menu I want to check out, and that's the Myth Rank menu. And, wow, that says it unlocks at level 40. So I'm guessing this is going to be like Badass rank. It's hard to say for sure. Maybe this is the multi-classing menu. I doubt it. But, yeah, we can't check that out. But, with that, we are back into the game. And we can finally get into some gameplay. I got a little, starter there, which is unfortunate. But I'm going to head over to these vendors here. Because these look very, very different to the typical vendors that we see in Borderlands 3. This one looks like it's going to be for guns. I would assume this is for... Oh wow, this isn't for ammo at all. This is for armor and wards. This is not ammo at all, it doesn't look like. So is this one ammo here then? What is this? This is for spells. Oh wow, and that is a... that's a spell, alright. And there's also a... Wow, there's a ring that has companion damage on it. That's really, really cool. So you can just buy like tons of gear in here. I don't even see where I can buy ammo. Is this ammo? Okay, so this is the ammo machine. I like the little butt stallion on there too. So this one here is the ammo machine, the Warsmith to be more specific. And what does it sell apart from just ammo? Oh wow. This one is like selling complete gear. So this has got guns, it's got a melee weapon at the top, the Kopesh of Anarchy, which melee attacks restore 3.1 of my action skill cooldown. I've kind of got an effect similar to that. And check this out, this is a Skulldugger weapon, but we know this to be basically COV by now, and wow, that looks really, really cool. There's so much to break down here, and I'm sure it's going to take me a lot of time to cover everything, so I'm not going to do it all in this video. I don't want to spend too much time, because this is just a first impressions. So I'm not going to go too in-depth on all of the gear and all of the skills. Those will be their own videos. I do just want to check out the fast travel menu, though. Wow. Oh my goodness. This map is huge. Wow. This map is absolutely massive. And now, as for the world map, where are we sitting? Oh, wow, check that out. Oh, wow, that's really cool. So you could go to Snoring Valley. You could go to Mount Craw. You can go to Brighthoof. There's obviously a bunch of undiscovered stuff up here. But if you just click the map there as a whole... Where does that take you? That's just to Mount Craw, I suppose.
Now come along. It's time to free my goblin brothers and sisters.
I got you. Okay. Oh my god. We're really covering ground here, I see. Alright, I want to test out one of these spells. I don't know which button is my spell or my skill. I'm going to try and hit LB first. Okay, that's my spell. Okay, so that's definitely my spell. Okay, that's very interesting. The UI is throwing me through a loop because this is nowhere near what we're used to in something like Borderlands 3. It is very, very different and very unique. It's so weird. It's such a big adjustment. Bro, I can't even believe I'm playing this game right now. Like, I actually can't believe it. But, oh wow. That did not do too much to you. I'm only level 9 as well. I thought I would be a little bit of a higher level. They didn't want to deck me out too much, I suppose. So me and my goblin boy, we're just doing our thing. Or maybe not goblin boy. I don't really know if I'm being honest. I was more focusing on all of the cool gear and the spells. But, oh, speaking of spell, okay. They want me to melee the barrier.
No good.
So,
Impenetrable barrier.
oh damn, hello
Guess the goblins are
Valentine.
screwed. Oh well, we tried.
Come on, Valentine. We can figure this
wow.
out. It's a puzzle of some kind.
Bingo dingo, Fredalicious.
Wow, look at
We've
Tina.
already shot at it and hit it with heavy objects. I mean, that's all I've got.
Do we detect any magic?
And lo, the mysteries of the seemingly impenetrable barrier are revealed to you. What you gonna do?
Follow the ley lines, obviously.
Alright. So there's basically power sources, and I suppose we just have to smash them. Easy enough, you know, this is my first rodeo. I'm sure I'll be able to get this done fairly easily, I suppose. Oh no. They're really gonna make me kill goblins, bro. Alright, let me try my action skill. Haven't done this yet, but... Okay, we're totally invincible. We're basically like fadeaway flak. And then, I'm gonna stick it in gently. That did nothing. Okay, that did... Alright, that did absolutely nothing. I'm just gonna try melee. Like, I'm sure the one thing you guys are gonna want to know the most is how good is melee on its own. You know what? Here. I'm all for the viewers. I'm gonna take off all of my gear apart from the melee weapon. In fact, give me the little sword instead. I mean, let's just do this. How well does just pure melee work? It doesn't look like it's too bad at all. I mean, that is until we die. Okay, I used the spell. I kind of broke the rules. Okay, so right off the bat, just base, trying to do melee. Very, very difficult. Oh boy. Alright, okay. He just dropped me something really, really nice. It's a skillful Annalus of the Blade Artist. We get more melee crit chance, more spell critical hit chance, and more melee critical hit damage. And we can equip it to either left or right. So, that's a ring, but I can put it in left or right. I don't fully understand what that means. I guess I don't really have a choice but to put it in the left because we don't have a right slot yet. But that's a nice upgrade. Alright, let's try this stealth thing again and see if we can make it work a little better this time. Alright, so we're completely invincible right now. They don't see me. Oh, and I can just keep attacking. Like, he genuinely just has no idea I'm behind him. Okay. Now, I will say right off the bat, the one thing I'm noticing is that melee is definitely weaker than guns. If you were going into this hoping that melee right off the bat would be a completely viable option, I do have a little bit of news for you. It definitely still seems like guns are the forefront, as they've already said. That's definitely true. They just feel overall stronger than melee weapons. Now, you guys know that I'm going to be keeping my eye out for those rainbow rarity beams, even though I have not seen any yet, but hopefully we get lucky enough to come across them. And what do we have here? We've got the other power. Oh wow, you've just like completely opened the door, huh? And now we're just... Oh, hello. Oracle Maya-G. Maya-G? Oh, hello. Wait. Oh, Jesus, you're like going absolutely crazy. Okay, fair enough then. I mean, I don't want to put you down or anything, but if I have to, then I will, by all means. And what are these, imps? Oh my god, what? This game has... Oh, Jesus, whoa, that's censored. Oh wow, they're like just actually chilling here. Like, oh no. Oh no, save my boy. What is... They're forcing him to do labor work. Alright. Alright, you're saved, boys. Go on, get out of here, you little lunatics. Oh, hello. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. These orcs are very sexual. I'm just gonna say it right now. You know me. I'm just gonna lay down the law, slap my dick on the table and tell you how it is. This has got some sexual undertones for sure. Absolutely. Very sexual. Alright, buddy. You ready for this? I'm going phase 5. There's my spell. Okay. He still has no idea I'm behind him. He's very dumb. Now he does. But it's most likely going to be a little bit too late. Unfortunately for him. And... Nope. Okay. The melee didn't really work out well for me. I missed again with my melee. Okay. We did get a... we got a nice little hit off there. Oh wow, he's way better with his sword than I am with mine. I mean, that's for sure, but there you go. Didn't work out well for you in the end, did it, buddy? Oh, check this out. Berserker's Plate of Potency. So this is for the Berserker, but I can equip this. And I can equip this because in Wonderlands, they're pretty much doing away with the, like, exclusive loot thing because of multi-classing. Like, anyone can be a Berserker now, so... I can pick this up if I want, and that spell damage is going to help me out. I just won't benefit from the Berserker power right now because I'm not multi-classing. That's really cool. And we put up another one. Yeah, get out of here, boy. What is that? What is that? What are you doing in there, buddy? What are you doing? Oh my god, he launched me really high. Okay. Alright, okay, they're actually killing me. Alright, buddy. See you later, pal. See you later, pal. You think it's so easy, don't ya? Yeah. Oh, we're level 10. That's actually really sweet. So now I should have... I have a skill point and a hero point. I'm going to put another point into... you know what? I might... I think I'm going to put points into haste. I could do with better melee speed, for sure. We're still going too. This is quite the long mission, if I must say so myself. Like, she's not done. She's like taking me on like a whole round trip of Wonderlands right now. Like, are we gonna go kill the fucking Dragon Lord next? Like, what's next? Also, I should quickly point out, if you think the game looks kind of like arse, it's because I'm running this on medium settings right now. I have noticed when I'm playing this on high settings, the game does have quite a lot of stuttering issues. Now, it's unknown whether or not this has de novo DRM. I'll probably end up asking the devs closer to launch. The only reason I say de novo is because de novo is, of course, notorious for causing a lot of issues with optimization, and as we know, BL3 launched with it. So I don't know if this game's going to launch with it, but I did notice a lot of stuttering earlier. And yeah, again, it is an early build, but it's just something to note just in case that it is in the final product. I know a lot of you console gamers are going to be really concerned about that, so I am going to point it out just in case. I will say the one thing I did do during a little quick cut is I upped the difficulty from the lowest to basically normal difficulty. So what you're seeing right now is basically the intended way to play Wonderlands, and I gotta say, this is a lot harder than Borderlands 3. I definitely think so. After playing a lot of BL3, I know I'm way past 3,000 hours in that game now. As you can see, like, I actually went down there. Like, this isn't me trying to make the gameplay look harder or make myself look worse. It genuinely does have difficulty here. I'm only going to assume that when I turn it up to the max difficulty for the raw gameplay, that's going to be pretty damn wild stuff. Alright, I think it's prisoner freeing time, baby. Let's get these locks off and get you out. Let's get it, broski. He's going to start popping the Fortnite default dance in celebration. Oh yeah. I got you, broski. Get on out of here. Go home. Oh, I see a lucky dice over there. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. We saw these things. We literally saw these things in the IGN preview. It's my turn to spin one. It is now my turn to spin. Oh no. Oh, please no. Oh, I'm literally just here for the dice. Leave me alone. Please, guys, come on. All right. Here we go. Double 20. It's a 5. We got a 5 and wow, that's upsetting. Find and collect poetry pages for the poet in Brighthoof. Okay, I don't think they're going to let me go to Brighthoof in the demo, but sure. And now we can open the chest as well, which is pretty damn neat.
rest.
Oh, I needed a new weapon. This is basically just a normal Jacobs from Borderlands 3. This is where the reskin comments are going to come in. I gotta say, I've been recording at like, you know, this current time for about an hour and 2 minutes. This is the first thing I've seen which looks like it's genuinely just been ripped from BL3. Everything else has been pretty damn unique. Because once again, Wonderlands is not a DLC. It is a completely new game. Oh, it's little sharks! Bro, I went to school with these dudes. This one's called Hammerhead. These are dogfish. Nice to see they put Moxie in the game. Relax, please. Thank you. Oh my god, that spell is absolutely nasty. Like, this spell's really oh my god, it like one-shot him. It like actually one-shot him. Okay, understandable. But I do believe that is the main mission done. It didn't really have the big effect of main mission finished, or if it did, I wasn't focusing enough to see it. But now I can do like side missions and stuff. I see there's a side mission up there. Coincidentally, it's a side mission from Jar. So I guess from here, this is where you would just move on. And yeah, check that out. I can do another mission. I think I am going to record that mission for you guys and show it off to you. Maybe even get some raw gameplay of it as well, because I'm sure you don't want to hear my constant rambling and whatnot. But check this out. There's also a side mission here. There is vendors down here. And whoa, this is like the cavern area. And what is this? Forgery. Claptrap has an exciting apprenticeship opportunity for you. This is something I said leading up to even me being able to play this. The level design in Wonderlands looks far and just beyond Borderlands 3. This is 10 times better. Now, I don't mean to rip on Borderlands 3, but I really felt like in that game the levels were very streamlined and just kind of forced your hand in terms of where you had to go. I really don't feel that way in Wonderlands so far. Like, this is really, really cool, and this is really, really clean, might I add. Like, extremely clean. I like the way it's more open. I can just kind of go where I want to go. Oh, check this out. Wait, what is this? Oh, damn. Anyway, boys, listen, I've been here for a very, very long time now, and I think, sadly, this has gone on a little bit too long for my first impressions on Wonderlands, but there is going to be more videos going up on the channel in the coming days. Again, thank you to 2K and Gearbox. So if you want to see me do some of these side missions, be sure to stick around for that. I'm also going to have some raw gameplay going up of some of these side missions, and we'll also do like a video going in depth on some of these skill trees. And just a whole bunch of other stuff. There's so much here. It's very, very generous of 2K and Gearbox to let us dive in and take a look at all of this stuff. So big thank you to them once again. Gamers, thank you so much for taking a look at the Wonderlands with me today. Remember, if you want to pre-order Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, the link will be in the description, especially if you want to order it through my link and get yourself some cool in-game cosmetics and also support the channel in the process. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.